Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday morning. I had to think for a second there what day it was. That's because it's such a good week. It's Tuesday morning. Good morning. Welcome to everybody. We are now doing these. We're going to do a live video every day this week, if you don't already know that. And each day we are talking about some part of Facebook advertising for real estate. Today, yesterday we talked about retargeting. Friday was a little bit about retargeting as well. And today we're getting into ads. So one of the hardest things people have is, what do I write in my ad? And that's what we're going to talk about today. There are a lot of ways to approach this. We found one that works really well consistently over time, and we're super excited to share it with you. So if you have questions, comments, please, you can put them down in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them live. If we can't get to them live, we'll definitely get to them later as well. We want to help you guys be successful, and we're going to try to keep this thing to 10 minutes. So we're going to kick off with kind of a thought, and then we're going to jump actually to the whiteboard, and JT right here is going to actually draw an ad out on the whiteboard. But before we do that, one of the biggest mistakes we often see investors make is they have a single message that they send to everyone. It doesn't matter whether they're targeting people who might be in probate, tax delinquency, code violations, high equity, et cetera, whatever you're targeting, they go after them with the same message, or they'll use the wrong message for the wrong audience. So before we jump into the specifics here, one of the things you always want to think about is, am I speaking the right message to the audience that I'm targeting? This is important in all of your marketing, not just on Facebook. But one of the beauties about digital marketing is you can get so detailed and targeted in who you're running your ads to. Your message should reflect that. So if you're targeting a probate audience, don't talk to them about financial troubles or tax delinquency. Talk to them about probate and how you help solve problems for people who have homes in probate. If you're going after someone who has tax delinquency or code violations, then you're going to want to talk about those types of things, right? Financial distress. There are some guidelines we're not going to get into on this about what you can and can't say in an ad. Might be a good topic for another one, or if you have questions, you can hit us below. But make sure that you're taking some time to think about what that audience needs to hear and that you're adapting the message to that.
Awesome.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Should we hop over the board?
Let's draw some stuff. All right. I'm going to flip this camera around. Make sure that people can see here.
All right.
All right. We're going to draw. We got a little bit of glare, but I think you guys should be able to see. If for some reason you can't see or hear, just let us know and we'll adjust that for you.
All right, sweet. So we're going to start, it's just our big overall ad structure. And where we're going to want to start is with our first set of copy. Now, my tips with this, at least for this ad, we're going to focus that the copy doesn't exceed to hit them in the preview. If it exceeds about 4 lines or so, it'll go into this more option where someone can click more and they can read more. For this ad copy, we're going to focus and make sure that we're just going to keep those couple lines, and we're not going to go into the more section. We want this to be very upfront and to the point. I always like to start out my copy with a question mark. So make sure to start out with some sort of question. We're going to want to do something like, do you have a home you need to sell? Or be specific, like Kylie was talking about. If we're targeting a probate, we're going to say, hey, have you inherited a home that you need to sell? Or try to make it specific to that audience with a question starting out in the ad copy. Awesome. As you go through, just make sure it's direct. Don't want that more button. Obviously, in this ad, we've got our image or video. And then you've got a space for your URL. What I see a lot of people do is they just copy and paste their URL into the ad. What we actually want to do here is we're going to want to put, and we're going to clean it up. So we're going to take out the HTTP / and www. We're going to clean that all up. All you have to have is your main URL. So like for silverstreetmarketing.com, that's all it would be, silverstreetmarketing.com. Makes it nice and clean, looks good, still works. People can click on it and go to it. Right here, we've got your headline. And with your headline, you want to keep it to 4 to 5 words. The reason for this is if it goes past 4 to 5 words, it's going to drop all the way down and take out your description box. And you're only going to have your headline open. So I like to keep it 4 to 5 words, keep it direct. This is where you're going to catch a lot of attention. So you want people seeing this. This wants to be something that speaks to them. So I would say some of the top performers that we have is sell your house for cash is one of them that you could do. And that's 5 words right there. So sell your house for cash. I've seen that one work really well in multiple audiences. So that's a really good one to be using. Another one could be need to sell your house. A lot of questions will capture attention, and that will be able to redirect people up to your copy, and you can go through and capture them hopefully on either a lead form or a conversion ad. And then down here, you're going to have your description. I like to keep my descriptions around 5 to 7 words long. And the reason for that is because if you don't, it's going to go into a ... And it's hard to really get the whole, if you were to have like 2 lines of description, it's hard for people to see and be able to read the entire thing. So some people like to use this to their advantage where they'll end it in half of a word so people understand the last of the word and it's going ... making them want to read more about it. So that's always an option as well. What I like to do though is I keep it to 6 to 7 words. And then you're obviously going to have your call to action, which is your little button. I didn't really leave much room for it, so we're just going to put it right here. So we got our button. The important thing with the button, I like to use learn more, cash offer, or get a quote, or get an offer. The important thing with the button is just that it matches the rest of the copy that you're already using. So let's say your button, up here in your copy, you say get offer, or so get a cash offer. You're going to want to make sure that your button is the same. So as long as they match, we're going to be able to do better. I like to match it with the description as well. So oftentimes in my description, I'll say get a cash offer today, and here I'm going to put offer. That way that people know that if they click on that button, they'll be able to get an offer on their home. Very simple, but it helps a lot when it comes to the performance of your ad because this is going to increase your engagement. The more engagement that you guys get, the better your ads are going to perform and the less you're going to have to spend for your cost per lead.
Awesome, man. It looks good. I just want to say one more thing because we're right up on 10 minutes. If you guys have questions, again, please ask them. You can write a comment below. They can message us, right? Go to our website, silverstreetmarketing.com. And what's really cool about this, you guys, and one of the things Facebook allows you to do is test literally every single thing that's on here. Testing sometimes maybe a little more advanced, but that's how we know this, is because we've tested so many different variations. And there are other variations that we might use, but you guys can take this right here and go implement it right now. When you're writing your ad, go and implement this right now and just see what it does. See how that changes your results. We'd love to hear back from you as well. If you go and do this, come and tell us how it went.
Awesome. All right. Until next time.
See you guys. What do you think?
Yeah. Is it?